Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share with you a really simple drill, something that's going to change your pivoting action coming in towards this impact area. So when I get students reaching out to me for help, one of the things that's generally happening is they would what I'd class as stalling out, which means that maybe they're starting the downswing pretty good, but instead of continuing to rotate through the ball, they just sort of stop moving the body, the hands overtake, and the results are, well, let's say, average at best. So what you're trying to do in the golf swing is, in my opinion, and the big thing in my big philosophy is, well, you want to do a couple of things. One, you want to get your hands forward. And I think to get great consistency with contact, and my swing thought myself, if I kind of just hit a little shot here, is to try and feel like I'm keeping the club as low to the ground as possible. So I kind of sense if I can get my hands forward and I can keep the club to as low to the ground as possible, I feel like I'm going to have the highest level of consistency. But obviously to be able to do that, you need to pivot. And not only do you need to pivot in terms of just a rotational manner, you also need to kind of maintain your angles and stay relatively downward facing. Now, obviously, when I'm sort of hitting shots and maybe warming up in a practice session, or like I say, I'm working with a student that I'm trying to encourage them to move in a slightly differing way, I'll just concentrate on doing some short swings like this, where I'm really emphasizing those feelings of staying down, maintaining shaft lean, staying down over the ball. Now, if you're somebody whose contact is really poor and you have more of a tendency to stand up, then this drill is going to be a really good thing for you. What you're going to do is you're basically going to place a relatively lofted club on the floor and you're going to put your heel on it. So it basically keeps the club up in the air. So I'm just going to move this back just a little bit here, like so. Now the point is that if I hit a shot similar to what I was sort of demonstrating previously, the idea is if my pelvis goes down and I rotate around, I should be able to hit that golf ball and keep that trail foot pretty flat-footed, like so. Now, if you're uncertain of this and you're kind of looking at it going, what the heck is he doing? Look, you want to basically, to be able to stabilize that club, you need lots of chest rotation, you need lots of pelvic rotation, you need to maintain your angles. So if you hit a few shots where you literally don't worry about the club for a moment, if I just flared my lead foot almost sort of towards a target, so my leg's facing there, my chest is facing there, my head, everything's facing there, and then I just tilt my head to look at the ball, that is going to feel liberatingly easy to rotate through the ball. That's the big thing that you're kind of looking for. So obviously if you're somebody who has more of an inclination to lose your angles and use somebody who goes more this way and you kind of fire and that goes forward, well then, you try and stand like that, okay, and then try and get that same feeling. You're just not going to get it. So this is a really cool little drill just because it's something to play around with. There's a feeling of getting lower in towards the ground as I'm demonstrating here. Just helps you keep that heel down on the floor, helps you maintain shaft lean coming in towards that impact area. And like I said, I just think it's a really, really good swing thought and a really, really good feeling that will give you a much, much better impact position. Let me know how you get on with it.